We begin our 6 o'clock hour with tonight's big story. More children died by a firearm in Arizona in 2021 than in 2020.
That is according to the state health department's child fatality review report released this month. Not only that, but for teens aged 15 to 17, a firearm injury was the #1 cause of death in 2021. Good evening, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 6. I'm Kariba Devine.
And I'm Rachel Cole in for Mark Curtis. That report details that all of these deaths are preventable. Team 12's Colleen Sikora is looking at why Arizona teens are so vulnerable and what can be done to help.
What's written on pages of an annual report
It's alarming,
is much more complicated than the black and white text used inside.
and I think preventable.
But what Arizona's child fatality review team found is in 2021, firearms took more lives of Arizona teens ages 15 to 17 than any other cause of death.
Has to be a much bigger conversation.
So why are Arizona teens so vulnerable? The report has a few insights. First, every child that died from gun violence had access to a firearm, all 56 cases, and most weren't stored properly. 50 of the firearms were handguns, the report saying every one of these children's deaths were preventable. As for the most common deaths, 30% were self-harm.
We know that when these impulsive thoughts happen, if they don't have access, they can't complete.
Katie McPherson is a youth mental health advocate in the Valley. She points to additional risk factors like substance use and relationship issues.
That especially for 15 to 17-year-olds, there's a lot of firsts. So even though that's a very exciting time, it's also a scary time.
McPherson says the best prevention is limiting kids' access to guns.
Please put away your meds. Please lock up your guns. Good kids make impulsive moves when they're distressed.
I think when states that have passed reasonable gun control measures to keep guns out of the hands of children when they shouldn't have them, they've shown that those things produce results.
Right now, Arizona doesn't have any laws to penalize adults for allowing kids to access guns, something David Lujan, CEO of Children's Action Alliance, a nonpartisan lobbying group, says the legislature could change.
The question is there the will in our legislature to get something like that done?
Noting gun control isn't the only answer.
We have got to do a better job of providing counselors in schools and access to behavioral health services for teens.
Still, what is in black and white? These deaths are preventable. Colleen Sikora, 12 News.